Hello and welcome to Mari's Golden Hour. I'm your host, Mari. Welcome. So, a little bit about this podcast. This is the very first one, so there are bound to be some mistakes and me just muddling through. I understand that many people out there have had podcasts forever and ever and ever, but this is my first one, so please bear with me. This podcast will be about being imperfectly human, and me sharing my musings, might be some funny stories, things that I happen to see while I'm out and about, basic life stuff, maybe even some sex. I might keep it nice and juicy, so we'll see. But for right now, let's just dive into it. So Mari's Golden Hour, it might not necessarily be an hour. What it is, it's about taking that time for yourself just to sit back, reflect, and maybe appreciate some of the little things that you see in life or that you experience in life. It could be a golden 10 minutes, could be a golden 15 minutes, could be 45 minutes, could be a golden 2 hours. It's whatever you have time for. Much like meditating. I don't know about you guys, but I used to be very intimidated by meditation and yoga, thinking that I had to be perfect to do it, have the perfect outfit, have the perfect stance, have the perfect hand gestures, and be able to chant Om in a certain way. And it took me a very long time to realize that's not what it's about, and it can be whatever you make it to be. So, this golden hour, it could be a golden 60 seconds. It's just making sure that you are carving out that time for yourself to slow down, reflect, relax, maybe even stretch. Stretch your body, stretch your mind, stretch whatever you got on you, stretch a rubber band. So anyway, so some things that I had been thinking about during the week was the difference between an opinion and being judgmental. And what is the difference? Is there a fine line? Is it the tone of voice that's used? Is it the actual words themselves? And also tying in with that would be the like button that we see on the social media. The like and the unlike. And is it necessary to not like something, to give it a thumbs down? Why can't you just like something? Or if you don't like it, just pass it along. Let it go. I don't know. Just wondering about that. Something else I was thinking about is bad acting. Bad acting that we've seen from movies, B movies, C movies, D movies, of any era, really. It doesn't have to be this one. But what I noticed was that golden age of acting, whether that be from the early 50s or 60s, it could be from any era. There was this golden age, and it wasn't considered bad acting. But at some point, bad acting came about. I know that definitely there was a lot of bad acting in the 80s, and there wasn't any bad acting in the golden era. So what happened? What happened that brought on the bad acting? Is it sort of like junk food, where junk food is presented to people and it's dumped on society and people will eat it up and think, hey, this is great, let me gobble up some more, and that's okay, I don't need any of the really good candy. Oh, speaking of candy, I still have Halloween candy. And as I was eating that, yes, I still have Halloween candy from October. And as I was eating it, I was thinking, this is from a happier time. And it was nice eating that candy, just kind of being nostalgic about something that occurred many, 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 many months ago. And, I don't know, just eating delicious happiness. And speaking of happiness, did you know that happiness can be purchased by the bottle? Yes, I saw that today. I decided to purchase happiness in the form of one of those delicious kombucha drinks. And I haven't had it yet, but I do plan on treating myself to that bottle of happiness. And I don't know if maybe that'll make my life happy for years to come. But I have a feeling that it'll make my life happy for the minutes that I will spend enjoying it. All for the price of, I think it was $4 or $5 a bottle, which some people might consider very cheap. Others would consider that pricey. I fall into that category of it being pricey. So, but like I said, I decided to treat myself with it. What else? There was something else I wanted to cover with you guys. Oh, I have been on this kick of watching retro TV shows, retro movies. I recently fell into a pattern of watching old Mystery Science 3000 episodes, and I had forgotten how hysterical that show was. Specifically, the movie that I watched that really gave me a lot of laughs, and please check this out if you ever get around to it. It is called Super Secret Special Dragon. No, wait. Super Special Secret Agent. No, Secret Agent Super Dragon. Yes, that is the title. Seek out that movie. You will not be disappointed. There's also, I don't want to ruin the moment of that movie, but a lot of funny stuff happens at the beginning, even during the opening credits, which I might bring that up in the next episode, because I don't want to ruin anything for anybody. I try my best not to divulge any spoilers for anything, but I think my caveat will have to be, hey, spoilers ahead. Do not listen to me for the next 30 seconds or a minute or however long. The other thing that I watched was The Greatest American Hero. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that TV show, which I think it was popular in the mid-80s, late 80s. I think that's about right. It is a very cool TV show. I rank that right up there with Chips. And also, I don't know if you remember, like, what was it, Airwolf with Jan Michael Vincent. Yeah, it ranks up there with that. Also, speaking of retro, for whatever reason, some of these other movie titles popped in my head. I remember what it was. There was an article I remember seeing about a Hong Kong airport that is utilizing a cleaning robot and a disinfection booth. And looking at the image of the cleaning robot, it reminded me of other, we'll call them retro movies. These were movies that were done, I think, in the 80s. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it was early 80s or mid 80s. The first movie that popped in my head, and it has creeped me out to this day. It is a movie called Runaway with Tom Selleck and Gene Simmons. And yes, that Gene Simmons, the Gene Simmons from Kiss. Not the Gene Simmons, the actress from the 50s. Don't confuse the two. And the names are spelled slightly different. But in that movie, AI was used. Sorry to spoil the movie for people. All right, here are spoilers ahead for this movie called Runaway from the 80s. If you haven't watched it, please do. But I'm going to give a spoiler that's in the movie. There was a particular sort of, for that time, artificial intelligence that just creeped me out. And yeah, I'm not going to spoil it fully, but it's in that movie and it's creepy. We have similar technology that actually I've seen kids playing with, and it's just creepy. The other movie that came to mind it's a movie that Farrah Fawcett was in called Saturn 3. Another creepy one. It was good, but creepy. Please check that out. Add that to your movie list. What is the other one? It is a movie that Disney came out with called The Black Hole with Maximilian Schell. Wow. That one, again, you'll see the creepy factor in it. And again, it'll be a fun watch. The last movie that I was thinking of, it's called Looker. And that one stars Albert Finney. It has some creepy AI things in it. So please be sure to check that out. Have I said the word creepy enough times? No? I think I need to say them some more. Creepy, 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 creepy. Them's my creepy count for the time being. Okay, and with that, I am going to wrap up Mari's Golden Hour. At this point, I don't have any fancy catchphrase to end the episode. Each episode might end differently. I might have an interesting quote, might be a joke, might end it with a story, who knows? For this episode, I will end it with this. Give someone you know, or maybe even someone you don't know, a compliment. This can be a compliment every day that you give to someone. It could be a compliment you do once a week, a couple times a week, a few times a month, what have you. Just go out there and give somebody a compliment. You never know whose day you just might make. You never know who might be feeling down at the time, and your compliment, a genuine compliment I might add, might just give this person the boost that they happen to need at that time. I know that that has happened to me, and I know that I've done that for other people. And it's nothing that is forced, it is something that is genuine. If you like somebody's shoes, say, hey, I like your shoes. You never know how that compliment might positively affect somebody else. If you happen to not like their shoes, do not force a like onto that person. People can read that. So make sure that your compliment is truly genuine. And with that, I bid you adieu. And thank you so much for listening to Mari's Golden Hour. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you the next time.